Across Italy, a wave of protest has erupted. From the streets of Rome to the docks of Naples, thousands are making their voices heard. And it's all connected to a fleet of ships that never reached its destination. What's going on? Let's break it down. At the heart of this story is the global Sumed flotilla. This was a group of civilian ships, packed with humanitarian aid, setting sail for Gaza. Their mission was simple: deliver essential supplies to a population in desperate need. But they were stopped, intercepted in the Mediterranean Sea before they could complete their journey. Reports suggest that intense international pressure, including from Israel, led to the flotilla being halted. The reaction in Italy was swift and powerful. Major unions, a significant force in Italian society, called for a national strike. This wasn't just a small demonstration. It was a coordinated action designed to send a clear message. Protests sprang up in major cities like Rome, Milan, and Naples. You could see banners, hear chants, and feel the palpable anger. The core accusation from the protesters is that the Italian government was complicit, or at the very least, didn't do enough to protect the humanitarian mission. They were demanding that the government take a much stronger stance to ensure that aid can actually reach Gaza. To understand why this is happening now, we need a bit of context. The blockade of Gaza has been a contentious issue for over a decade. In response, various international solidarity groups have organized flotillas like this one to try and break the blockade and deliver aid directly. Most of these attempts, however, have been stopped. This time, Italy has become a flashpoint. Its strategic location in the Mediterranean makes it a natural hub for such missions. But its political alliances as a member of NATO and the EU put it in a very delicate position. These protests signal a growing frustration among a significant portion of the Italian public who feel their government as foreign policy is too closely aligned with the interests of the US and Israel at the expense of humanitarian principles. The political fallout from this is already beginning to surface. Some opposition leaders in the Italian parliament are now calling for a formal inquiry. They want to know exactly what role, if any, the Italian government played in stopping the flotilla. Did they provide logistical support? Did they share intelligence? These are the questions being asked, and they are creating a serious strain. This isn't just a foreign policy debate. It's causing a rift within the country. It pits the ruling coalition against powerful unions and grassroots movements, which have deep roots in Italian society. The government is now facing pressure not just from other nations, but from its own people. The interception of the global Sumed flotilla has done more than just stop a few ships. It has ignited a national conversation in Italy about its role in the world and its moral obligations. The images of strikes and protests are a testament to the power of citizen action. People are refusing to stay silent when they see what they believe is an injustice. They are using their collective voice to demand accountability from their leaders. The core of their argument is that humanitarian aid should never be a political bargaining chip. The needs of civilians, they argue, must transcend geopolitics. This story highlights a growing trend we're seeing across Europe. Citizens are becoming more engaged and more critical of their government's foreign policies, especially concerning the conflict in the Middle East. The traditional top-down approach to diplomacy is being challenged from the bottom up. Social media is playing a huge role, allowing these movements to organize and spread their message with incredible speed. The Italian protests are a powerful example of how a local response to an international incident can create significant political waves. So, what happens next? The unions and protest movements have made it clear they are not backing down. They are planning more demonstrations and are determined to keep the pressure on. They want a fundamental shift in Italian policy, one that prioritizes the opening of humanitarian corridors to Gaza. On the other side, the Italian government is in a tough spot. It has to balance its international alliances with the growing discontent at home. Any move it makes will be heavily scrutinized, both by its allies and its own citizens. The call for an official inquiry will also be a major test. Whether it goes forward and what it uncovers could have lasting consequences for the current government. This isn't just a story about Italy or a single flotilla. It's a story about the clash between state power and citizen conscience. It's about the enduring struggle for human dignity in one of the world's most complex conflicts. The people on the streets of Italy are reminding us that foreign policy is unjust an abstract concept decided in closed rooms. It has real-world consequences, and ordinary people have the power to challenge it. As this situation continues to unfold, the world will be watching to see if the voices from the streets can truly change the course of a nation. Thank you so much for watching. It's a complex issue, and it's important we stay informed. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the stories shaping our world. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.